Well, howdy, cowpokes. Here's what we're doing today. We're at Dave's garage. Dave. And Cameron.
Okay.
Guest appearance, guest starring,
right.
Cameron Stevens. So what we're doing today is he's got his Z900 getting ready for track day and Dragon Run. We'll be going up to Deals Gap for a weekend. Not just Cameron and I together. It's not just like a weekend getaway, but we're going to have Donna's going, Jake's girl, Dean, Nick,
and
Nick's friend. So we actually have a pretty good sized group up there. So that'll be a lot of fun. So we got to get this thing ready. So he's got new tires. We don't have the tire machine yet, so we're not going to be able to put those on. But today we're doing oil change, coolant flush, replacing the chain, brake fluid front and back flushed, and then the real fun part is the fork's got to come off, and we got to drain out fork oil that's several years old and how many? 30,000 miles. It's probably going to look like either water or maple syrup. It's going to look like maple syrup, but pour like water. And then we'll have to fill those back up and all that good stuff. So some of the stuff will speed up, and if we say something funny or witty, which could happen, we'll slow it down. So we're going to do the oil change. Oh, remove your filler cap.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, boy, that thing is on there. Might need some channel locks. There we go.
Dude, I'm waiting. All right, so let's see.
All right. It is off.
See if I can do this without getting oil in my hands, because I did forget. Put a glove on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's some dirty oil, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I was like,
You think there's carbon buildup in there?
A little bit. It's been through a few heat cycles.
Right.
Dang.
When you can't even see through the smallest layer of oil, you know it's time.
How many miles do you go between oil changes?
I don't know how much this one was, but I do believe that there's been like a quart added to it at some point.
Does it burn oil?
I think it was starting to burn a little bit, but it was like, I'm not sure of the time frame, because this thing's been sitting for 5 months, you know, so I really don't know when the last time it was done. I think it was literally like November.
Okay.
Because then we rode a lot of it after that. I think it's been to the Dragon like once or twice after that as well, so. But.
Yeah, I typically do it, I won't typically go over 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
Or if I do a track day and it's 1,000 miles, but then I do a track day, I'll do it then.
Right. We all know how Dave is very particular.
Yeah.
More maintenance is better maintenance.
Yeah, I'm a little meticulous about that. I'm trying to get your goddamn crush washer off.
Oh, is that really on there?
Yeah. Motherfucker. Why is this on so much? Like, it doesn't want to come off.
I just have to spin it off.
I was trying to spin it and it just spins. If I can get it up
right
on the thread, then I think it is now spinning off. Yeah. Let's try a different size crush washer. Weird.
Very interesting.
All right. Perfect. All right, well that's draining. Filter off.
I think
is why naked bikes are so much better for oil changes.
it looks like too. You can tell on it's almost the way the oil looks is that it had been sitting and everything like settled to the bottom of the oil pan, so it's just dark at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because the top looks a little lighter on the edges.
Yeah, it's only because it's thinner.
Yeah.
You're looking through less of it. It's just nasty all the way around.
This is true. It's definitely not the best oil right now.
Oh, and not having to clean the header pipes off and get oil all over the freaking place.
Right.
Lovely.
Which one of yours does that? Is there one that has like the headers that wrap around the filter?
Yeah. The MT10 is actually easy to get to, but I have to put tinfoil over that side of the two header pipes.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it gets on there. Oil filter. New one.
Do we have to drill the hole in there first?
No.
Oh, it has it on that one, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why, use the K&Ns, or I prefer the high flows. Gotcha. Although the new K&Ns are supposed to be fine. I haven't heard any problems about them recently.
Right.
But I buy a 2-pack of the K&N or the high flow 303 is what I use on at that count. You buy a 2-pack for like $18.
Right.
And they come with the welded nut. High flow is the OEM manufacturer that used to make the filters for K&N.
Gotcha.
That's what I'd read. And it was when they switched and went to Vietnam and started manufacturing their own that initially they had problems.
Makes sense, yeah.
I had my speed triple going down War Woman Road. You've been on that. Going up to Highlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just the nut was half off and burned a hole through it. And I had a whole quart of oil dumped. That back wheel was dripping in oil. It wasn't like a little bit. It was all over the whole back end of the bike.
Right. You said Donna told you that it was, hey,
yeah,
like
she
you
said,
got
get
oil.
off the road, you're on fire. Because when I stopped at the light, all the oil stopped. The wind stopped blowing it on the back, and it started landing on the pipe. And it just smoked everywhere. So it wasn't flame, but all of a sudden, it's like, woof, and engulfed. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Right. What the hell is this?
Yeah, and I was like, I felt like the road was like, maybe it had a little bit of gravel, because it did feel a little loose in the back end, but I was just like, I don't know, maybe there's sand or something on the road. That was that day I became a firm believer in traction control.
Right.
People that are like, oh, you don't need that shit. Shut the fuck up, dude. That's what the throttle's for, real men. It's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need traction control. I was like, well, Rossi uses it, so.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that video that I sent about that ABS. That guy just ended over the handlebars. I mean, just like instantly as that guy cut him off.
Yeah, Jonathan. That's exactly what happened with Jonathan.
And the bike came and hit the guy back in the head, too, on the way down. So it was like,
yikes.
You're never going to be better than the electronics. Unless you're like some sort of absolute racing legend. And even then, they still use it, so.
Yeah, I mean, they won't use ABS on track at a racing level, but traction control.
Definitely. There's only one way you're going to keep that wheel down.
Yeah.
Most of those racing bikes are like probably 300 horsepower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck doing that by yourself.
Yeah, it's just idiotic. People are just like, oh, it's just extra stuff to go. It's like, it's not the first. It's like they've been using these systems in cars for 3 decades. Like, it's not new technology. And it's been on bikes as standard equipment for a decade. It's like, at this point, they've worked the kinks out. The shit works really well. And it's not like the original stuff. It was very intrusive. And it's like most of the time now, you only know that it's working because you're not in a ditch or a tree. Like,
right.
You don't feel it.
Exactly.
People are stupid, Cameron.
Oh, for sure. We're well aware of that.
I've been riding for this. Shut up, boomer.
It's just a shame on some of the manufacturers that you can't turn the ABS off, like for track purposes and stuff like that. They just build it in.
I mean, that's a Euro 5 thing.
Right.
Started doing that.
All the regulatory stuff.
One of my favorite tools to use.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How much Earl goes in this?
3.8 quarts.
Okay, so most of it.
Yep. What in the world?
Yeah, it's an Audi. Hold on, there's another step. We still got to pop. Come on. Do it.
I totally forgot that my tool was red.
Yeah. Or green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in the forums because I was looking it
The
up.
300V is like this fluorescent yellow.
Yeah.
But that's racing oil. Everyone's like, oh, you got to use that. It's like, that stuff's meant to be changed like every 500 miles.
Yeah, it doesn't have nearly as it can't endure the changes in temperatures all the time like that, right? Like it
just doesn't have like tons of the additives and stuff. I mean, it's very good oil. It protects your engine really, really well for a short period of time.
Right.
But when it's race bike and you're changing the oil every weekend, it's like, it doesn't matter about the longevity.
I imagine it breaks down a lot very fast just because it needs to be changed.
It's very slow pouring oil.
It's almost like it's got a low viscosity.
Just need your breathing through that smaller aperture. You can't even see it yet. Fill it to the top of the sight glass window.
Right.
It's just barely hasn't gone over the top.
So
because it's going to pump oil into the filter and it'll go down a little bit.
Exactly.
So don't overfill it because it's a bitch to take oil out.
Yeah.
But as long as it's in the sight window, technically your motor's fine. You'll be good. You said 3.8?
3.8.
All right, it's just starting to get. Let's clean the glass so I can actually see the oil.
We're at about 1.5 quarts.
Okay. That red color does look delicious.
It's like strawberry syrup. No, Dave. Call poison control.
All right, we are halfway up the sight glass. Let's add a little more. Pretty goddamn close. We are 3/4 of the way up. Let's go a little more. That is close enough for now. Put the cap on. I don't want to fire the bike up yet because we're going to have to do the coolant and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's do that next.
I'd be curious to see how well it starts. The battery, everything, the fuel pump sounds like it's all got a ton of battery left, but it hasn't been turned on. Literally, it ran. So, and it's never been on a tender. But this bike overall.
Where's the battery? Is it easily accessible?
Yeah, right underneath the seat. Super easy on this one.
Let's just throw it on the tender while we're working.
This bike has
a lead for it, or do you just hook it to the battery?
I don't think this has a lead on it.
I need to get a set. Nick needed a set too. I haven't been to cycle gear in a while. Your battery's just flopping around in there. There's no strap to hold it in place.
Yeah, and that's how it comes. I'm
Alrighty
pretty sure. Yeah, this one. I don't think this one ever had a tie down. I'm pretty sure the way the battery is designed on the backside, it has a little tab that holds it in place. Kawasaki engineering, you know. They clearly know more than us.
Lazy Jack.
Mega boost.
There we go. Taking a charge. Around 4 amp. Oh, it says it's topped off.
Wow, look at that.
How old's that battery?
It's original. Never been replaced.
Okay.
2020 March.
All right. Let's remove it then, and one less thing for us to trip over.
Right.
We're working on this. It's already full. You can't make it more full.
Yeah.
It's like, pull over. We're already pulled over. We can't pull over anymore.
Yeah. Not here. Over there. Thank you, Kawasaki, for not requiring bolts to be taken off to take your seats off.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Just a key.
All right, oil change done. Next,
Got the Earl out.
why don't you? All right, so we have to figure out where we're going to pour that dirty oil so we can use that pan for coolant. Which means we've got. I don't have any empty containers, so usually I pour it in that. So we need to find a small container to capture your extra oil, and then we need to use that bottle.
Right, right.
So, do I have? I probably threw everything out. Well,
Unfortunate.
well, let's see if my cars need all season 2-in-1. Do you need any?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Go throw that in. I'll turn the camera off and we'll come back when we get ready to do this. Hold on. Wait for it.
Awkward.
Just say Allahu Akbar and then push the button. All right. Yeah, we should have strapped some stuff to him.
Fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Jimmy's our new cameraman. He finally got here. So we're done with the Earl change. And so now what we gotta do is, what are we doing? We're gonna do the chain. That's right. What is that? 14 mil, 15 mil? Let's see. We need.
I believe it's either 13 and a 14 or a 13 and a 14. Gosh, I can't speak. 13 or 14 and a 15 or 16 for the other side.
It's 17, 14. All right, I'm gonna grab a bunch of those. And where's my goddamn adapter?
So what do you do about, you got those mics wet, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay.
Did you shoot them?
No, I was pissed at them. They're just gone.
Just gone.
So you just use the mic on this thing?
No, when I'm riding, I do have a wired mic.
I mean, like now.
Right now, it's just using what's on.
All right.
Is that okay, Jimmy?
No, I was just wondering, dude.
I need my adapter that goes from 1/2 to 3/8. And I don't fucking see it. That adapter. Every adapter except the one that I need.
Is that the one I took home?
What?
Is that the one I took home?
Probably, yeah. Usually Jake's got my tool. Here's that. Now I'm going to work on the school. Where the shit is my stuff? Oh, you know what? Probably
The Z900.
and some bit. I need it. It's not on the
Oh, it's got an SC project. Oh, nice.
The actual
SC project. Not
Yeah.
the generic one?
Yeah, not the $100 super Chinese fun #1, super cowboy. I love that it says what it's like lightning in 2 words.
Yes, lightning is 2 words. It's like, really?
Yeah, way to go, guys.
So, I just have to use a ratchet. Actually, I'll turn the fan back on. It's just humid. Always running hot. One last glance around, see if I can find that stupid adapter. I know I used it recently.
It's like the 10 millimeters they always walk off.
King of fans. Not the queen of fans. Or the king of queens. The king of fans.
Yeah, it's like
OnlyFans.
Indiana Jones had an easier time finding like the Ark of the Covenant than the average person trying to find their goddamn socket. And I just used this recently. Oh, you know what? It's probably sitting on No, it's not on the other one.
Maybe just some.
I'm going old school, Cam. I know.
Yeah, do some elbow
This is-
grease on this one.
Yeah, this is not the quality of service that you're used to in Radiator's garage. Elbow grease. I'm gonna use the what's it they're talking about in the news? Gooch grease.
Yeah.
Gooch grease?
Oh my god.
Never heard of that.
It's like just gone viral and it's like, ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Hey, could you go stand on the back brake, please? Yeah. Gooch grease. Yeah, the impact wrench should be a little easier. Is this doing anything?
Yeah, that's what it does. That's the sound it makes.
We'll pass it through.
Yeah, if you
I
as long
can
as you
keep
have the
me
hole on the
stoned.
right side. That's up to you. You put it on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tightening up. So.
You need a lot more light in this place.
Dave's garage is. Oh, it's pushing out.
It was, but it wasn't
Oh.
like it was going to go through.
Yeah, you need it the other way.
That way?
Yeah. So these have letters on them. So when you do it, so brake needs to be matched up with the B. Like that. So
Oh.
brake, and then the rivet's gonna pass through that hole.
Okay. Yeah, mine don't have any of this.
I think what was happening is it was trying to push the whole rivet through that giant bore, or the whole link.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's just I really like using the impact wrench. It's just so much better. Yeah. That's a nice tool, though.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like you go on Amazon and you see all the $30 tools that all look like they're made in a really crappy factory, and then like the reviews also say, yeah, I used it once, broke it, and then so I'm like,
yeah.
all right, I'm gonna spend the $100 and get the.
I got one from RK or EK, and it's actually I broke a pin once, and I was able to buy a new pin, but that was after doing it like maybe changing 10 chains. So, and I bought another pin, and I've done another 10 chains.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's get that chain out, and we're going to temporarily connect it to this and use this to pull it through. Thanks, James. He's like a helper monkey and a cameraman. You are
That was all like POV as well.
I don't want to see whatever POV movie you're making. That'd be scary.
It's got tentacles in it.
Yeah. It's tentacles, and she's 7 and crying for her mom.
Oh my god.
Stop changing.
So lay this out. Keep some of the gooch grease off.
Also, thank you, DID, for not putting that ridiculously thick white grease
Yes.
on there.
Oh yeah. That stuff's actually pretty good. When it's like overdone like that.
It gets so dirty if you don't wipe it off. Never thought of doing it that way. Done a couple chains, I think.
Done a few. Okay, the only problem is this one doesn't fit through. It's a different diameter.
Gotcha.
So,
Wire ties.
yeah, zip tie or a little bit of.
I can just loop it through. I've done it before.
It's easier. So, in the bottom of the small top drawers, there's a thing of safety wire. Grab that and a set of covers.
Safety wire, yeah.
Good old safety wire, Jim. Bottom of the little drawer. So straight down. Go down 3 drawers.
3 doors.
No, just 2 drawers down. There you go. There you go, sport.
These covers?
Yeah, that's it. Right, stop that. Ow! My finger. did just stab my finger. Son of a bitch. Yes, thank you.
Hard to hold.
Grab. There should be a pair of channel locks somewhere on the. Maybe by the vise. They're by the vise.
You have to report your workplace injury to your employer, please.
Yes. It's been how many days since accident?
Yeah, well, let me go change the
Yeah,
board.
go change the sign. Alright, if you could just hold that chain there for a second.
Don't you have the tool for it?
I do, but I'd have to send them back and then he'd have to figure out which drawer all over again. 8 hours late.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It probably would be easier to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, James, get the goddamn tool.
Why do you have to be right?
Actually,
You're gonna be okay.
I did stab myself. Look at that.
Wow, this is a bleeder.
Yeah. Well, when you squeeze it. Come on, Bob. It's the same drawer, dude. Down. No! Oh my god.
No.
Literally
Yeah.
every
Up,
fucking
yeah.
drawer. Yeah, except. Where'd you find this guy?
Where'd I find this guy?
Look. Now, obviously, normally you just put the master link on and it works. Here, it's like we spent way more time than if we had just fed it through.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we've really saved ourselves any time or effort, but damn it. YouTube's going to demonetize me for showing blood and gore.
Unbelievable.
I'll have to blur it out.
Your channel is no longer kid friendly.
Yeah. Trust me, my channel ain't kid friendly anyway. All right, James. Let's snip this. Throw that out in that can out in the back if you would. I'm gonna put on a rubber glove so I don't bleed all over the goddamn place.
Need the master?
I'm sorry, we don't use that term, Jim. Jesus. It really is, I got bleeding on the ground? Like,
Oh yeah.
from a piece of fucking...
Dude.
We're gonna need to.
Oh no! The camera has fallen.
Remember, we have to shorten it 2 links.
Oh.
So it's 116, and we need to go to a 114.
So be very carefully we're going to cut that lane.
Yeah.
This smells too.
Brake cleaner's a good disinfectant, right? For wound care. It does sting a little.
Yeah. It'll be all right. It'll dry out. It'll melt your skin a little bit, but it'll stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And now links are actual pins, right?
You have to have even. So what you want to end up with is
The same as it is right now. Because it's already like 2 of these.
yeah. So you got to have 2 inners.
We'd have to take out that pin right there. 2.
Yeah. So that you'd be left with 2 inners. So this is going to want to go. Let's see. Well, we can adjust your.
It's also loose.
We have to scoot the wheel in.
So
Yeah, there's that pin.
2 links. So we're going to cut that one right there. Jim, go over there.
What? Oh, over here?
Sure. Measure one.
Oh,
That one.
that's why it's good to have 2 people.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those measure twice, cut once kind of things.
Right.
I've done it wrong before, and you're like, oh.
How do you fix it? You just gotta put it back in?
You have to get a new chain.
Or get another master link for that chain.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 master links.
Yeah.
Brake?
I'm still looking for my goddamn.
What?
Can you put your foot on the brake? On the rear
Oh,
brake?
yeah. Oh, just spin it around.
Oh, now that's gonna suck. 'Cause now it's off.
Oh, now you gotta hold it.
Yeah. That's gonna suck. I'm gonna need a wrench to hold it.
Okay.
It's probably We're gonna need a wrench to hold it, Dave. It's probably a 17.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
That's had to be that way. 50-50 shot. This chain tool is such an investment because I've probably used it like 7 times. Like all your friends, like, yeah, I have one. They're like, oh, can I borrow it? I don't have one of those.
No, they're very useful.
And it also prevents you from going, how can I get this off? And
Yeah,
just hacking it up.
Mine's an arcade.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
this thing's probably 12 years old. I've had it for a long time. And I've been replacing the pin once that did snap. I think I used it once. Yeah. Yeah, we used it fairly frequently. It's sexy. Alright, I guess I gotta go get another.
Still can't find the adapter?
Nope.
Oh, no way. Okay. It's like just a little bit. I was like, I really missed the last like 30 seconds of an inch.
There we go. Alright, so you gotta go. Where's the master link?
It was right there.
And the little packet with the grease? Did Jim throw it out with the paper and the chain?
No, I don't know.
It was right there.
Yeah, if it was right there. What, was it on the paper?
Yes.
It was in a bag.
It was in a bag, yeah, on the paper.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, is this? This is the one from. Okay, so this is our master link.
That's your master link.
Oh, here.
Well, that's an O-ring from the old one.
No, is that old?
I don't know. There was a little baggie with all the shit in it that Jim threw in the trash. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 O-rings and your grease.
Yeah, we're good.
I got gloves on, so let me do this.
All right. That hasn't stopped me.
Where'd you put my knife?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the new Benchmade shootout I got at the blade show this week.
Nice. It's really light. I like that.
Yeah, super, super light. All right. Bring that box for the chain over, if you will. All right, so I'm gonna get your O-rings out. Smear up your O-rings with your gooch grease.
Yeah. Get your gooch grease. Apply it to the gooch.
Don't skip this step. It's very important.
Right.
Because
You do not want to be caught without your gooch grease.
no, because I'm always talking about people over greasing their chains, and the truth is the grease that matters the most on the chain is this shit that we're putting on right now in those little grooves.
Yeah.
This is going to get pressed into the chain.
The idea is that the ring retains the grease.
Exactly. That's
You can't really get it in after it's done. So.
No, that is the whole purpose of the O-rings, is to hold in that lubrication and keep those pivot points nice and lubed. And so when you're sitting there slathering chain wax and all this other snake oil shit on the outside of your chain, you're not lubricating the one part of the chain that actually needs that.
Snake oil.
It is, because everyone's like, oh, you got to buy this, and just do what I do. Keep an oily rag around. When you spill oil, sop it up with that rag.
Right.
You don't want it dripping and messy, but have that rag. Spray your chain. Spray it down with WD-40, so you're diluting the oil a little bit. WD-40 is kerosene, with some
Right.
additives in it. And so you want to clean your chain off lightly and keep the outer surfaces lubed, the outer surfaces of these rings with a thin layer of oil so that you don't get corrosion. That's it. All right, could I get a paper towel? Where'd James go?
Paper towel,
Behind
please.
Paper towel.
Where's my paper towel monkey? Where's the other side of the other side of the link that goes on that?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god.
Is the other side of the master link. James, did you throw that out?
Probably. The other side of it, I think
The
we're
flat
going to
the
just
flat plate of the
stand.
link. Yeah, we're not safety wiring this one together. We need the other flat piece.
At least we have
James is going dumpster
backup.
diving.
Yeah. At least we have a backup. That's why.
No, because it won't fit through. The hole is a different diameter. Oh, from your
From the same chain.
from the same chain.
Just
Yeah,
in
we
case.
in a
Well,
pinch
it
we
should.
could.
It should work because there should be all the same diameter pins.
Yeah. Let's see if James can locate.
This is why you don't throw anything away until you're done.
Well, I told him the chain, not the whole thing. I said, here, take the chain. Goober. There it is. That's it.
Here's the last piece.
Awesome.
Anything else is like now at the bottom of the dumpster.
All right.
So the dumpster's coming out. All right. Let's see.
Did you say rivet or ribbit?
Rivet.
Rivet.
All right. Tool is now set up for riveting. What? Great thing is, like, this is a complicated tool. It's great, but it's easy to know once you've used it 7 times.
7 times.
Yeah.
Well, does it have a thing to press?
Oh
this
yeah, it
on?
does. That's
so let's
right.
do that
Yep,
first.
it does have a press. Important steps.
Yeah, I tried pinching it on with the vice grips, and it just, unless I get my massive vice grips, it's not enough to.
Is it press?
And then there should be like another long piece or something.
Just in case, just to make sure I'm doing it right.
If not, I can grab mine.
So I'll say bleed. Oh, we're good. I'm just going to the bottom. I think that's literally all it is. So you're literally just gonna put it in between the.
Oh yeah, because yours
Why?
has the base built in.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe this one is just it pops out.
Boom. There. Let it go through and then squish.
Right.
All right. And now, set that up to
Rivet.
rivet. Rivet.
Rivet.
Here, Jim. Throw away the new parts.
The one part too.
Yeah.
Like you can't throw away the chain. At least it was easily findable instead of it being like a
Yeah.
giant dumpster and just clean. It's like
Dude.
Pleco or whatever it is.
That guy. Yeah, he
Second strike, Jim.
the first time he shows up for me to help him do an oil change, he shows up with a full head-to-toe set of cloth overalls. I'm like, dude, how do you think an oil change happens? Like you're not diving into like a vat of oil. Like it's 3 quarts of oil. I don't want to get my shirt dirty. I'm like, okay, well, got it.
So funny.
I think that's all it needs. It's popping off and check.
No, I mean, it's,
Oops. How'd this go?
no. Oh, so you just line up this side. The R on the side lines up with the rivet. Yep.
Alright. Alright, so we did the top one. Yeah, you don't have to mash it much.
Yeah. I know that they just, this chain seems to be a lot higher quality for the Master Link. Yeah, that was solid. But they're like, recommend measuring with calipers and stuff like that to make sure they're even.
It ain't coming off.
Right.
As long as it's not too much, it's fine.
Even that is going to be a whole lot better than
Yeah.
a link, you know, like the clip-on links.
Oh my gosh, that's
It's no, we haven't tightened it yet. All right, I need a breaker bar. Top of the big drawers. There should be a breaker bar, Jim. Top of the big. Oh, there's my goddamn adapter.
Oh my
Son of a bitch.
gosh!
It's on
Unbelievable, Dave.
It's on my torque wrench.
You've been making us use hand tools.
Son of a bitch. Okay. See, Jimmy throws out the stuff we need, but then he, at the same time, this is how the universe balances itself out. Because the things that I couldn't find, he just stumbles on. Good job, Jimmy. All right, I need a socket. I think that's going to be like a 22. So go in.
Can't believe that.
Oh no, it's going to be larger than that. That's a 24. So that's a 23. I think I need a 26 or a 28.
This is a.
What's your hot tub set to?
I think I set it for 90, but we can. It'll be warm, trust me. We could throw some stuff on the grill. 3 dudes hanging out in a hot tub eating hot dogs. That to me sounds like a great time.
I can't think of a better stuff.
I need. Bring over the box end wrenches, sir. There's a pack of box end wrenches over there on the table. You just got to adjust your chain. When we adjusted this last, did we do it with the caliper? We're just using. Yes.
We just use the marks. The marks are very good on this one.
Okay. All right. So 1, 2, counting flats. So it's 2 clicks. 3. Try to start with 4 clicks. Out. So or in, so it's pushing the wheel out. So you're gonna. No, wrong way. You're going up. You're going up.
I was going down.
Yeah, you want to go up 4 clicks.
1, 2,
3.
yeah. 4,
All right. Let's do a couple more, just because you want it just a little bit tight, because it's going to loosen up being a new chain. So we're going to go 1. And yeah, perfect.
How many was that?
2.
Oh.
It's because it's going to stretch. It's a new chain.
All right.
And unless he wants to like go ride it once and then have to readjust it,
It's not gonna. It's gonna lengthen after like 500 miles.
it's not even going to take 500 miles. Not the way this maniac rides.
Oh, too much.
It's a little tight. It's fine. It's going to stretch. Booyah!
Oh, do you have the small wrench for the internet? Or it's the same size, right?
Yeah. I might even have White Claws to go with those hot dogs.
What?
I said I might even have White Claws to go with those hot dogs. Actually, I'm thinking maybe we go out for steak. Okay, so when you do that, you gotta make sure you're not turning the other one with it.
Right.
For steaks?
We go out, I go get some steaks.
No, I don't do it with hot dogs. Whatever you have here.
I'm kind of feeling like steak.
All right.
So when we're done with all this, we'll jump into Stang and go get some steaks. All right. Now we're gonna get the coolant. So the first step on this bike, yeah, coolant. Then we got to bleed the brakes. Then we got to do the forks. So Cameron's gonna take off whatever cover to get to the cap. We're gonna get the everything ready down there with paper towels in case it splashes, and we're gonna find wherever the drain bolt is on this to start draining. And then once it's mostly drained out, we'll take off the bottom hose.
You have a like a pick or like a little small foot tool that I can start pulling these pins out of these bearings.
Don't you just push the pins in and then pull them out?
Yeah, just something to push it in because they're so small.
Top drawer, find a little screwdriver or something in there. So we'll be back in a minute when we get ready to drain the coolant.
There's a pin. There's another one here, I guess.
Yeah, it's his bike. He knows where they all are. Although you're familiar with Cowies, but.
This one. They need it.
Cameron, did you name your Kawasaki?
No,
Why not?
because that's not what guys do.
Jimmy does.
Yeah.
Wait, you named, you had Darcy, and
I've got two so far.
Your flatheads.
I was using it. It's probably outside because I had to fix my pool robot.
All the tools, always.
Oh,
I don't.
take this
Wait,
thing
just
off.
give Jimmy a minute. He'll trip
I've got
over
your
it.
2 pins.
Jimmy will trip over it and find it magically.
Where's your
I can't believe I looked everywhere for that stupid adapter.
What? Oh, thank you.
Is there just 2?
There is more.
Your first R1 was named.
Eileen.
And what's the-
Eileen.
And what's the new one?
Raven.
That's the name of the model on the bike. All right. Well. Okay, so technically you didn't name it. You're just acknowledging the name that already exists.
I can call it Eileen. Because I do.
Please don't. All right, I'm gonna let you go back to being the camera person.
Name my
We don't
truck.
want to be sexist here at Dave's Garage.
There's the top cap right there.
That's annoying.
I'm gonna need those hex.
I thought Yamaha designed stuff badly.
This one's also just a. Can you hand me those T-hands?
What?
Okay. The T-hand.
Oh.
Frame slider makes this in a really bad spot. I'm gonna need a wrench with one.
Okay.
There's a,
How about?
or maybe a 90 on it. I don't even know what
What is it?
bar gun.
Oh, here?
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's the brace for this part.
What about those L-shaped ones?
Hey, Sparky. How about these?
No.
You can get at them with an angle.
Oh, true.
Oh.
Say no, Jim. Come on.
Not the spirit we're looking
This is
for.
Dave's Garage.
Yeah,
You gotta
that looks
believe.
like it'll work. Yep.
You got a
Barely.
3/4. I mean,
Ratchet.
This is Dave's Garage, Jim. You gotta believe that this is gonna work. See?
It's a weird spot.
It is, but.
No.
please don't strip.
Oh, strip. Just kidding.
Snap that other bolt off. It's like, yeah, why is that torso 150 foot-pounds?
It's also just Loctite over like 30,000 miles.
And there's this one up here.
Yep.
And you'll be done. I think. I don't know. Probably.
Same size.
Do you know where you're supposed to drain from? Is it on that side? There's a water pump on this thing.
Wouldn't it be on the side with the water pump?
And there's a big hose here. You usually do that. Usually on the water pump there'll be a screw or something, right?
It's well, here's the water pump right here. I think this is the water pump, or at least this where it goes in the block.
On the side of the motor there should be. We might have to take off. I think it's over here.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to take off this lower plastic.
Just do what I do and just start taking bolts out at the
Just
bottom.
take the cap off and tip the bike upside down.
Everything. Just take it.
Shake it.
Done that before. I took an engine bolt out. I was like, oh, I wonder what the torque was on that. They're usually not as much as you think they are. Alright, I need the T-handles back. I gotta take out this lower engine, the lower little cowling that's bearing within here. Because once you get the radiator cap off, I will loosen this hose.
Oh, that's still tight. Ooh, there it goes.
Thank you, sir. What was that, Jimmy?
Nothing.
Dave's Garage. Service with a smile.
Smile, Dave.
You know how to get little scratches off stuff?
These are bigger than those.
Dave. Dave. You know how to get little scratches off stuff?
Huh?
Huh?
No, I mean, it depends. What are you talking about?
Somebody was helping me move and ran something into my bike, and now I get a hairline scratch.
That side is done. Thank you, Kawasaki, for using all the same size heads.
What is? Oh.
Don't believe I'll have to take that off.
All you gotta do is get to the cap.
Yep, cap's on this side. So.
Now, the one thing is when you refill it, you really actually want to try. You want it on the kickstand, because that'll lean the bike so that that side with the cap becomes the highest point.
You can always take it off. They haven't done anything that'll prevent us from doing that, so.
No, that's true. All right, so channel lock. You got the cap off? Nope.
Alright. Oh gosh. They're clean.
Paper towels. Brake cleaner. Brake cleaner's there, and then there's another bottle over by the vise. Cameron?
Did they get it on you?
No.
You ready?
Yeah. So just lay some paper towel, a piece of cardboard or something down there. In case any more drips. Although as soon as I start dropping it out down here, it's gonna be below that level.
You got it in the splash zone. It's like
Giggity.
just sitting at the top of the cap right now.
The back of the little LCD turned on
Who? What? What are you talking
on
about?
the camera.
It's still recording. It's flashing red up here.
Gently, don't ruin the old hose.
I'm trying not to. You gotta break that seal.
Right. Maybe. Is that a plastic
It's-
pipe on the end?
No, it's rubber. It's moving now.
Like I didn't know what that side was.
That? I think that's metal.
Because I had a little pick if you wanted to insert it through the side, but I think got it. Dave's got it.
Alright. We want this to start trickling out and not splatter all over me. Just whoosh. Just rubbing it all over my face. The camera. What the hell's going on at Dave's Garage? It's just another day. Oh, what was that?
It was something.
That was the nut, the bolt for the plastic. The coolant doesn't look bad. It's not milky. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can never, it's like, it's like that first piss in the morning. You're like, I'm pretty sure it's aimed the right, and then it goes off to the side. It's kind of like that. You think you have it aimed in the right direction, and then it just doesn't. All right, so we're gonna do this.
Just it does come out like kind of over there. That's it was earlier. Find the angle.
Yeah.
Angle of the dangle here. Maybe hold it up there for you. Prevent the splash.
You just don't want it to pop off all of a sudden and just go whoosh.
Right.
It's like it wants to pop off.
I'm kind of holding it.
Yes. All the blowback.
Hold on a second. Let me just pop that back up for a second. All right, let's think of a smart way to do this.
Okay.
Jimmy, go get, there's a Chewy box over there with some trash in it. Dump the trash into the plastic container, if you would. I mean, it's coolant on the garage, which is much easier to clean up than oil, at least. Yeah, now any paper towels and stuff, anything that's absorbent, leave that in it.
There was nothing of that.
Okay. Let's see. I could get a trash bag, put a trash bag in here. Let's just start with this. It's like casting a wider net.
Does it just have a bolt somewhere?
You know,
I didn't see it.
I've never seen one,
Pull it out and
but
point it down.
I can look again.
I mean, there is a bolt right here, but honestly, we already got the hose off, so I'm just gonna. Fuck it. I just want to catch any extra splash. It'll hit the cardboard and most of that will absorb, as long as it doesn't push into the cardboard and leak out the bottom. Oop, like that. It's gonna make a fucking mess and there's just no way around it.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. You got a lot of potential energy going up in there.
Just gonna go through a can of brake cleaner. That's it.
Yeah. Definitely the benefits of having like an epoxy floor and like a
Someone
big
else's
catch
garage.
can. Yeah, not your own.
Just leaking in.
Yeah. Glad we're doing it here.
Yeah. This is why we do it at Dave's and not in your garage.
Need full flush, consult a friend.
Alright. Good spray. Can you sop up something went underneath the bike? Let all this drain out. And this is where we're actually going to take it off the front stand. We're going to put it on the side stand. So that becomes the lowest part. Drain as much of it as possible in there. And then when we go to refill it, we're going to want to do it that way anyway.
You ready?
Yeah, the back of this.
Kickstand down.
Will be. Alright. James, if you would lift it off the rear stand. What? Or somebody can take off the rear stand.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, damn it. Thank you. Such a dick. Yeah, we got a bunch more coolant. It's all over the garage floor. So, yeah, as soon as we're done with this and we fill this up, we're moving this in the driveway and we're going to clean the floor properly. That's why I hate the coolant's the messiest job of all this shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's one of them things. Has to be interesting design. Part seal.
You already put oil in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just half clean it.
Yeah, put that on, please. All right. We're good on this.
I'm gonna reconnect the hose. Channel locks.
Good though.
Yeah, the coolant is fine. Looks great all over my garage floor.
Yeah.
Damn it, keep that.
Yeah, it's a couple ball bearings.
Yeah, it's from the pool robot. One of the bearings I had to replace it. Busted all over the place.
The double clip. You want me to? You got it on there, or you want me to hold it?
Just go ahead and pull that, slide that thing out, and take it carefully outside. Cardboard. Yeah. Trip and fall and like pour it all over my bike. Damn it, Cameron. The dogs want anything to drink?
Oh my gosh.
It's good for cats. Because it's sweet.
Oh my god.
You like it?
It's the worst.
What? I didn't say I would do that. I just didn't like it.
Where's that paper towels? Do you see them over there, Jim?
You might need to get a fresh roll.
Where would we acquire something?
Oh, yeah, time.
Break it?
Nah. Not yet. Alright, we're back on. Throw me some paper towels. Throw me some brake cleaner. Oh, sorry. My eyes!
I should be careful not to get it on Dave. He just sprays it all over his friends.
Like you at the track with the WD-40.
Yeah, that was the payback, honestly. That was the one.
It's like, dude, what are you doing?
It took 2 years, but you got it.
I've been waiting my time. It's like, now's my time.
That's so funny. Dave's so upset.
Well, because our bikes are all parked there, and he had to lube his kickstand. So he did this with WD-40, and of course, it just goes all over the ground. I'm like, dude, we're rolling our bikes through here. Oh. Crazy guy. All right. Let's refill this bitch. We're going to have to burp it. Jim. Camera.
What are we doing? Refilling it?
We got to refill it.
Yep.
So let's pour in some coolant.
Water wetter?
Water wetter. Cool, super cool water wetter. Oh, yeah. Small enough for that 3/4 inch hole.
Yeah.
Dirty as shit.
Interesting color.
Not pink?
Purple.
Oh.
You got red oil, you got purple.
Purple cool.
Oh, you got the red oil?
Yeah, the Motul.
I get the green.
Yeah, I bought it and I was like,
Stop using the green on your street bike
Why?
because it's race oil. It's meant to be replaced like every
lot,
1,000
yeah.
miles. You're not doing oil changes every 1,000 miles. Not at $100 a bottle anymore.
No way.
So use the red stuff. The red is for the street.
I'm just gonna
Green is
put
for-
Mobile 1 in it from now on.
What's that?
Just gonna put Mobile 1 in it.
Mobile one's fine. Yeah.
Oh no, not Mobile 1. The other one. No, not Motul. Motul is what I use. The V300, 400.
The 300V
Yeah.
is
300V.
race only.
it was funny, we were just having that conversation before you got here.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, it's for race. It's good. It's like, yeah, if you're changing it, once a month, great. It's not what you want on a street bike.
I mean,
Yamalube.
oil is like, as long as you're not buying like super Chinese oil, like you're probably gonna be fine.
Or that
Like
redone one.
Castrol goes in BMWs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fine. Alright, so just keep.
But there's no point in taking oil that doesn't last and spending what they charge you for that shit.
Mm,
I mean,
I like it.
what is our alert for this?
When you see it come up above that level, so
When it's on the floor.
yeah. That's, well,
All the colors are going to get
he's
on
not
the floor
exactly
today.
wrong. Yeah, no, not a lot of coolant came out, not as much as I would have thought.
Also a really small system, I guess. It is a motorcycle. Doesn't exactly do well in sitting, so didn't need a lot of cooling power.
Slow down. Let's look down and see where it's at.
And that mow tool is like $80, 7,100.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But
So
it's gonna
that's
go Yamaha.
That's formulated for the street to hold up better. You're sitting in traffic more. At a racetrack, you're going to replace it every other weekend, and you never.
Then you
really
should
sitting
just use
around.
Rotella.
What?
You replace it every other race weekend or track day, then it's
People
Rotella.
use Rotella for over a decade, dude, in their bikes. I've run it, never had a problem.
I don't knock it,
You kind of do.
but I do sometimes.
Oh, we're going to have
If you don't replace it,
Oh, there we go. Just enough. All right.
All right, so you
Now
want
we
to
gotta burp
put
it?
any more in?
Yep.
Because you want to burp it just a
Right.
little bit and make sure it doesn't come.
All right.
Pop off it for a second. Pop it out. So the level went down a little bit.
bam.
No, Jimmy.
Burp.
All right, I'm going to start the bike up for just a second.
Okay. We got the oil all done, so we should
Tightened it. Safety wired, safety wired.
Tighten, safety wire.
Yep. So typically I don't want to run it too long. You want to run it, see if it flushes out any air bubbles. But you don't want to let it get hot because then the water's going to expand and the
Shooting
oil's
out.
going to come up.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and top it off. And then what you're going to want to do is go ride it for a bit and really get on it. And then let it sit overnight and on the kickstand, let it cool down. And then go in and top it off. That's pretty much all you'll need. Not going to take much.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there you go. Paper towels on it.
I think it's. There we go. It was like one slot was bigger than the other.
All right, there we go.
Next,
Next.
radiator guard.
Yeah, we should do that before we put everything in.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then there's a
There's a little bag.
Brake
with
bleed.
Two little baggies, screws, and rubber little grommets over here.
no, I threw those away. No, just kidding. Is it the bag that's over there? Yeah, there you go.
Did Jim throw it out?
Jim's just throwing everything away.
Yeah.
Oh, you needed all of that?
Yeah.
You needed the brake fluid?
Oh, you needed the bike?
This is porn.
How did it fit in the garbage can? What's a cowie?
Oh, I thought it was the old brake fluid. Yeah, let's see how this goes. This just goes over the top.
So it just kind of held in by quick tight. And then you just bolted at the bottom? Yeah. That's easy enough.
There are. We're not going to instructions.
I think it'll be somewhat so. I would say the spacer's going to go in between so it's not actually on.
Washer.
Don't forget the washer.
Yeah, there's only one set of waterproofs for that, so
I'll put the washer on the nut side, on the bolt side of it.
That was easy.
What's the rubber pieces for?
I think they're just like covers for it, they're like all indeterminate nuts.
So that's an E-rig.
Also, I think some of these are guards, like for the top, so this doesn't rattle around. So you put them in through the holes in the back on a couple of the slots, so it like
Doesn't
rattle.
vibrate and
Yeah.
go right through the radiator
One on each
I'm
eventually.
gonna take these out to hold out to. Alright, after this, we're gonna take a quick break. I've got like some hot dogs and stuff that are already like cooked. We just microwave them and have some lunch real quick, and we'll go get steaks later for dinner. After we're done with everything else. Where's the little rubber things? Are you just gonna put them all on?
Yeah. There's 3 for you. I got this one for me. So I'm putting one on the side.
This goes up and what catches on.
Yeah, it's just on the lip at the top, but we'd probably put it this way there. Yeah, we'll put it on this side. I need a little bit of a plier to pull it through. You got the shoe on too?
Try these?
Once you, alright. Well, we'll shut the camera down. We'll put this on. We'll go grab something to eat real quick in the house.
So we just got to put some little rubber grommets on here, and then you screw it onto those 2 bolts. After this, we're going to bleed the brakes. Honestly, if you watched one video on how to bleed the brakes, it's not specific to any bike. So we won't bother wasting time recording that. We are going to come back though. I want to make sure I save my battery. I'll throw this on the charger while we eat real quick. We're going to drop the forks, drain the fork fluid, so the brake calipers have to come off, the wheel has to come off. Then we got to drop the forks out, and we'll show you what that looks like to drain the forks and refill them. Say bye.
Bye.
Take this adapter. Oh, actually, that's a 1/2-inch drive.
Yeah, 1/2 inch.
Grab that impact wrench right there. We get to use the impact wrench.
Oh my god.
Love the impact wrench. All right, so we bled the brakes. Super easy to do. Done it on the other bike. It's the same. Nothing different. So here's what we got to do to get these forks off. First steps, we need to loosen the axle, but don't remove it yet. We're gonna have to take off the calipers, the wheel speed sensor, the fender, and anything that's connected to this so that the wheel's gonna come out easily. But the forks, we have to loosen these 2 pinch bolts on each side, and then that pinch bolt. We're also gonna measure, okay, it's basically sitting flush with that, so that's good. That'll be easy to put back. And then we're gonna loosen that, and we're gonna drop the forks out the bottom. Before we do that, we're going to loosen the caps. Once you loosen the top here so that it doesn't grip it, before we loosen these ones down here. So this way it's held in place, and we can start to loosen that cap. So you're not trying to hold it or put it in a vise and risking scratching or anything like that. And we're gonna do, those pinch bolts should not be that tight.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Give me.
It squeaked a little bit, but I can't seem to.
Problem is, yeah, your knuckles hit here. Hold the
Yeah.
camera. Surely it can't be that difficult, but yeah, it is if you can't get your hand in the right position without
Right.
your knuckles scratching. So,
All right. Weird. Put it right there.
How much did you torque it down to? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It does not need to be that fucking tight.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Who did this last?
I'm pretty sure it was me, but I don't ever remember putting them that tight because there's no need for that. So
No, it's like
it's literally just
18
to
or 22 foot-pounds. It's
Right.
not much. Bad camera.
I'm curious.
All right, so now let's take off the
Is there any corrosion on that?
brake calipers.
No corrosion.
Yeah, you don't see that.
No, I was seeing if there was corrosion on it, like why it was so tight. So I must have just gone a little crazy that day.
You just don't even know you're off screen.
Yeah, I was out in the parking lot. It must have been hot.
Yeah.
So sick and tired of this.
Dude, send me your calipers. Jesus. What are you trying to do?
I was loosening the axle. Nope.
Is it doing it?
No, need a breaker bar.
Huh.
I have this exact 12 volt. If you don't have the 6.0 battery, the torque isn't nearly as high.
I don't know where I put my converter. Never mind. Let's take this one. That. I'm gonna pop that out. One of those other T-handles over there.
Nope.
Whichever one you hand me will be the other one.
I really don't use that one, but
Look at the way you're holding that camera.
sorry.
No, it's not that one either. It's
Oh my gosh. There you go.
son of a bitch.
Sherman, you just handed me the wrong ones.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's not that one either. It's this one under your foot.
Oh my gosh. I'll just go through the whole set. What is going on? It's a 6.7 millimeter.
This. What do we think? Do I need to do that?
For the forks? I don't think so.
No, because they're going to stay on with this. So, okay. So here's what we'll do. We need to. Oh shit, that's behind there. Let's get this. And then that is a 10. Go ahead, pop the other side with this and the correct T-handle. Alright, so we get those out. Lift this back up. And then we just need to do an 8 millimeter and get the wheel speed sensor off the bottom. Take off the wheel, and then we can loosen the pinch bolts, and that's it. That's the hardest part.
Where's our cameraman at?
Yeah, he's in the hot tub.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you can just leave it like that. All right, so let's put that back up in the stand. Just hold it there for a second. I don't know if the bolt I can get to. Yeah, go ahead and lift it. We'll see. Yeah, I can get to that.
Breaker bar, right?
Yeah. Use a disc. I'm gonna put this up on the stand. All right, so now I'll put this over out of the wind.
Hold it steady.
Yep. Does not need to be that tight. That's where you need Jonathan. Alright, so we got that. Take out the wheel speed sensor. That fucking thing is right. It is in the way. Alright, so before, yeah, we need to drop it down just for a second.
What's in the way?
Drop the front, just to get that bar out of the way. Oh, that's an 8mm. Hold on. Okay, we are good to go. So back up. So that can just hang there.
Alright.
Just take the axle out, pop out the wheel. Oh, forgot to take out that caliper, didn't you? Oops. Here. Be able to get it off without the caliper. Yeah, let's just get the caliper out of the way. Where's the 12mm? One of my sockets rolled. Then
I can get it off. I got it.
we'll take it off like this
Yeah.
because it'll be easier to get back on.
Exactly. Just turn the forks.
All right. So now. A 19mm, I think, for the top, which is
What in the world? I did not tighten this much.
okay. Not 21, not 22mm. All right, we may have to loosen the caps once we get it off.
Oh my god. What in the world is going?
22 or a 23mm socket.
You have that 1/2 inch to 3/4 or 3/8 to 7?
1/2 inch to 3/8. I did,
Is that the one that
and then I lost it again.
it was
Hold on,
on
here it
a
is.
wrench, right?
Wait, where's Jimmy? He can find it.
Yeah. Jimmy, come trip. I must have been very hesitant or quick to get this stuff off and put it back on for some reason last time. I don't know why.
All right, so now we will need to loosen the top pinch bolt, which is not even that tight. Those are loose. Now what I need to do is loosen the cap first, just to break the seal. Essentially, we're holding it clamped in the vise here. So. But there, it's not even there.
Yeah, we'll be able to hold that with our hands and get the rest of it.
At least that one wasn't tight.
Now, all right, so we need 12. What are the size sockets we got right there? Are there small sockets?
Like hexes.
We need a 12 mil.
I thought I had that.
Yeah, I thought I had it.
Yeah, it's right here.
I'm sure it's on loose. And
That's a 10.
that's a 10? Huh.
Yeah, that we're not finding.
Alright, loosen this one. Actually, this is the side of the boat. This one. Alright, that's how you take the fork out. So now, what we're going to do, grab the camera there, Chief. Got a graduated cylinder. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to sit right here. We're going to carefully remove this top.
Am I crazy? How do you actually get this down? Oh, is it a click it?
Turn it, click it clockwise. Loosen it.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Thank you.
How's the pool, Jimmy?
I was in the hot tub.
How's the hot tub, Jimmy?
Pretty good. I gotta take
Take
it off.
off? Why?
It's
Okay. You give me that tea right there. Saturday I'll probably be around. I gotta fly out to Vegas early Sunday morning. And then the weekend after we will be going to the Dragon.
Oh,
Coming up.
next time.
If all goes well. This won't be under. Yeah,
See
Jimmy.
ya.
This won't go flying.
Had that happen before, huh?
It's gonna never happen. Alright, so. Now, I don't have the tools to take all this apart. It's not what we're here to do. What we are going to do is, I'm going to move so that I'm in the coolant path of the can, but this is not. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain out as much fork fluid as we can. And then whatever comes out, whatever we're able to get out of here, is what we're going to put back in. So that stuff in there,
Yeah.
that's dirty. That's dirty, dirty work.
So 32,000 miles will do to forks.
Yeah. Oh,
Unbelievable.
brake cleaner, brake cleaner.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Got it. Pulling double duty.
Yeah. Well, we lost our cameraman.
Leaving early, late to work.
Yeah. Freaking Gen Z. Doesn't want to work. It's all about him. Now, if you're doing a full fork service, you're going to remove the valving. You get a tool to take the cap off. You pull everything out. You clean it out with brake cleaner. Honestly, you know, you're going to ride this bike for what, another season or two, and then you're going to trade it in anyway. This will be good enough. I wouldn't go through all the headache of trying to get every last fucking drop out.
Right.
The fact that you're going to be replacing 97% of it with quality fluid, that's all you got to do.
Right. Now, is the fluid typically a lot thicker than what it is right now?
It depends. Can be. Alright, so let me get some paper towels, sir.
All right. I'm gonna.
There. Okay. Alright, so lean that up against something that it won't scratch or anything like that. Okay, so we took out go by milliliters. So we took out just under 400. So it's 3/4 of the way between 350. So we took out about 375.
Nice.
So that's what we're gonna put back in.
375.
Yep. Hey.
Today on Dave's Garage, oil is going on the floor.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's soak up all that stuff. Alright, so take some clean paper towels, wipe it all out, make sure there's nothing in there. And then, where's your new brake fluid or torque fluid?
Got ourselves some Bell Ray 5 weight, which is 17.1 or 17.4 is what we figured out.
Yeah, so when you're doing fluid like torque fluid, it's not. Sorry. I'm fine for now. I don't have to talk. They don't standardize the viscosity like motor oil. Within brands, 7.5 weight should be more than 5 weight, all that stuff. But if you're not with the same brand, Yamaha could have 2.5 weight. That could be 15 of another. It's widely varied. So there's a chart you can get online. I'll put a link in there in the description, and it goes through whatever actual index it pours at, or something like that. I forget what it is.
CST. It's like the measurement they use to calculate the weight at like 40 degrees Celsius, and then there's another one at 100 degrees. That's the viscosity.
All right. So now we are going to carefully pour the oil back in. It is freaking impossible for me to pour something without spilling it. Give or take. Thank you. We'll have to put in just a tiny bit more to account for the 1 milliliter that I...
Yeah.
To be fair, I probably was almost a half a millimeter more than it was after, so that little bit, probably any difference.
Yeah, it's probably won't even be noticeable.
You'd have to be off by several before you even notice it.
What happens if you underfill it by 10 millimeters or so? Does it?
Your air gap will be too much, and I don't know what else. You just get, I mean, it's
Just needs to be exact.
yeah, just get it close, honestly. Here's the sexy part of Dave's garage.
This is the parts where demonetization may happen.
Yeah. This is where everybody's tuning out.
That graph is about to dip.
Now you don't have to over tighten this. You got an O-ring in there, you don't want to completely crush it. So
Gotcha.
I've got it hand tight as much as I can with my hands spinning. When we get it up there, I'll just give it a little and that's all I need.
Lock it in. It's not a part that exactly is going to be going under any rotation or anything, so.
Yeah.
This channel was not rated for kids years ago, so we're good.
Kids, leave the room. I gotta stare at the camera. It's uncomfortable eye contact.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta bring in the ladies. Got like 2 female viewers. All right.
All right. Reassembly for that side.
That side, well, this you can spin. So.
There is really no orientation for the top half.
No, exactly. You don't have to worry about lining up with the wheels and the calibrating and stuff. You can spin it on. Alright, so you do these one at a time. So you can look at the other side and see how much of the cap is showing. I think that's perfect. To me, that looks perfect. What do you think?
Just like a smidge down. I mean, we're talking like a smidge, because the bevel is like level on this side. Right there, right there. Yep, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. How much better this bike would be if they would have put, you know, adjustments on both sides instead of having a dead shock. Just $50 in parts.
Yeah, so that one, oh, that's just fluid.
Yeah.
Which probably won't, I don't even know what's over there as far as, yeah, we'll change it, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
so,
gotta-
all these, boom, done.
Boom.
Hi.
And I guess it just restarted itself.
It does that when it, after a certain amount of minutes, it gets to the
Gotcha.
file size.
Guess it shows a really good spot to do it. So.
The ZX6R being up inside the fairing. You could barely get your hand in there, upside down, and you can move it like an eighth of a turn at a time. It was ridiculous. All right, now the other thing is you loosen bottom pinch bolts. So I need to tighten those back up a little bit so it holds it, so I can loosen them. That's actually so spinning. Or it's only spinning the bottom. Yeah. All right.
Alrighty.
What's on my wheelie? Fucking butters.
Would you like a hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
T-handle I left over there. So bitch.
Caution, slippery when wet.
Slippery when it's not even.
It's amazing what will happen in manufacturing when they have a generic part spin, because those caps are, there's no other color like that on the bike.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, that'll work. It's close enough to green.
Good enough is the name of the game.
So that's just a single static pass through on there.
I don't know what's it.
Companies and their love for dead shocks. This Ducati has the same thing, right? Two dead shocks, or two
Yeah, that one's
unadjustable shocks.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no.
Doesn't look like there's any material in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see unless there's a spring underneath. No, there might be a spring down underneath that. This might just be a plain old damping rod.
Right.
I think that's what that is. See how the metal?
Yeah, now I see the metal coming out.
And then that one's got, this has damping rod, so it has some compression and rebound, but it's just preset based on whatever holes are drilled in the bottom. And then all your adjustments actually done. So. Now that well, there's no preload too, because top part. I accidentally dipped it in the end there.
Huh.
Oh! Went inside like a frightened turtle.
This happens sometimes.
Alright, so now I'm trying to pour this out and then work the valve a little bit just to get as much power. But I have a feeling it's going to spill a little bit.
Tip towel's ready.
This has got way more fluid than the other one.
It's interesting. Must be just because of the way it's designed.
Yeah.
Since it's, I guess, more hollow. Lots of little particles coming out, though.
Yeah.
Think about how many cycles this thing can do in 32,000 miles. I mean,
Millions, probably.
yeah.
Good thing you got the second bottle of cork oil.
Yeah,
If I
exactly.
need it.
This is nearly full.
Alright, let's work this along. Measure that, dump that, fill it back up. Just keep throwing these paper towels on that thing up there. So
Yeah, I was gonna take that over there. Yeah, you got it.
Alright. We're at exactly 500 on this side, cc's.
We might be able to get enough out of that bottle then, because I mean, you only use about 375, 400.
Yeah.
Cycle gear, take my bottles back. This is the most love this bike has gotten in a long time. She definitely gets ridden.
Clean this out. Crud in there.
Yeah. Excited to see how the difference. All
May
that.
feel it or may not.
Right, I know. See if there is a noticeable difference. I mean, even in wear, you know, just so many miles on that fluid. I honestly probably wouldn't even feel it anyways until it really gets cooking. So. So you said it was right at 400.
What's that?
You said it was right at 400? 500, right. Yeah, that was the last one.
All right. That should be plenty.
Don't let the fan blow away your graduated cylinder here. Look at that.
Boom.
As long as we can get it all in there. Anybody can just take a reservation. A little bit easier without that cartridge in there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably got some sort of just, you know, filter at the bottom that's just a certain diameter of holes and lets it pass
That's
in
all
and out.
Yeah, that's all a damping rod was. It's just a piston, and instead of having a valve stack, you know, with a bunch of shims that can be adjusted and stuff, it's just basically the weight of the oil going through the holes. You either adjust the weight of the oil or you change the size of the holes.
Right.
It's just pouring down in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, if I was keeping this bike, you know, more than a season or two, I'd go ahead and throw a set of forks on, you know, different valves at least on both of them. But they're such a pain. You got to mill out the insides, and you know, if
really, there's no drop-in cartridges for these from Coolants or K-Tech.
So even doing the K-Tech stuff, I believe that you have to like mill out the bottom, because there's like Kawasaki has this like retaining thing at the bottom that's built into the thing. It's like pressed in. You got to mill it out, and it's harder to do by yourself if you don't bring it to a machine shop.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna do fork internals, you need tools just to get some of this shit out. That's
Exactly.
when you stick it to Kent.
Yeah, and it's like you weigh 8 hours of cussing and trying to use tools that aren't meant for it, or just pay somebody to do it and just be done the right way.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the Nitron 3-way adjustable shock, ordered with the spring for me. So it's compression, high speed and low speed, and then rebound, preload, and then thicker fork springs. And the shock is 1,000, the springs were like 125, and the rest is fluid and labor. So it's going to cost me almost $1,700 all in.
Right.
It's really not bad to know that it's done right. And that includes installing the shock and stuff too.
And I'm sure that it also accounts for, you know, tuning it to you and all that. So
exactly.
So yeah, it's just setup. And you got a master technician doing it. So
exactly. That thing will be set up awesome. I'm hoping I can get it done before the track.
Right.
If all goes well, I'm gonna have that in that track.
Yeah, I mean, you already got all the done to it with the intent, so might as well.
And it'll be good because there's just not a lot of that kind of content out there for that bike.
Yeah, for sure. Showing people that, you know, this retro bike can actually do something.
Yeah, you set them up right. What do you think?
Yeah, let's see it.
It's an alcohol.
It's just a lot.
I'm just feeling how much nubbin is. I feel like that's.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Man, it's like a pinch ball, so we're not going to do that with an impact.
No?
No.
The last guy did, apparently.
Yeah.
I have a torque wrench, and I use it all the time when I would put stuff on. I really don't even know what I did.
Where did my little T-handle thing go?
Is it behind the tire? Is that it? No? Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah, it's like I know it's here somewhere.
Somewhere. No way.
I don't remember what the torque specs for these were. So find out what your torque specs are. I just tighten them enough.
Let's see.
They weren't crazy, but they were tight. I'd rather have them just a little bit over tight than not tight enough. Feels good.
All of the axles, it's kind of hard to find.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. They weren't super tight anyways,
No.
so they're just pen bolts.
They're snugged up with it.
Right.
Alright, that one already tight. Those are good. Alright. Now, you can probably stop filming here at this point.